All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the questions. Which question, you guys? Do you find out what the G prime one there? That one's a very important question. AP exam love ask that question. Always love it. They always love it, that question. So you have to know how to do that. So, did you do it? No? Okay. You're gonna do something called generic derivative. You got g of x equal to square root of f of x plus 2. Since they want a g prime of 1, guess what? This question is going to be including 2 check marks. One is evaluation, one is derivative. The derivative of g of x equal to square root of f of x plus 2. What is the derivative of that?
1 half of f of x is 1 half times f.
Okay, Chase is cooking. Good job. Yeah. So that's gonna offer you 1 check mark out of 2. Why? Because you take a derivative out of the function they give it to you. They didn't give you some type of function like square root of x squared plus 1. They give you square root of f of x plus 2. So you're gonna take a derivative as s. It's called generic derivative. If you know how to take a generic derivative, you're gonna get 1 point. Now you're gonna plug in what we say is plug in g prime of 1, but I'm gonna work out on the other side too. But g prime of 1, if I plug in, I get 1 over 2 f of a 1 plus 2 times f prime of 1. Then you're gonna say, what is f prime of 1? Well, f prime of 1 means when x equal to 1, what is my slope? You look at the graph, the slope is going down 2, right 3, down 2, right 3, down 2, right 3. So that's going to be negative 2 over 3. And you evaluate it, you'll get negative 1 over 6. This one is on AP exam and on my test.
It's not 4. It's not 2 over 4.
The slope is 2 over 3. Yeah, it's 2 over 3. According to graphs, 2.
Is it? Oh, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2.
No, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, this is a dot, right?
Yeah.
1, 2.
Yep.
1, 2.
No, you're not counting the first one. You're not counting the origin.
Oh,
you dumbass. Okay.
You want too much derivatives.
What? Okay, so let's just say if you do g prime of 2. Now g prime of 2 is really hard because you need to figure out what a y value at 2. And in order to find out y value at 2, I figure out that's 4 over 3. Because I use point slope form, I plug in x equal to 2. And I got 4 over 3. And once I do that, 4 over 3 plus 2 is going to be 10 over 3. Avadesh, I think that's what you did wrong. Because 4 over 3 plus 2 is 10 over 3, not 11 over 3. And now those 2 cancel out, and I work it out. I got square root 3 over square root 10, and then multiplied by negative 1 over 3. So that's going to be negative square root 3 over 3 square root 10. It's a little bit harder one, but I mean, I just don't like the number, so I change the number to g prime 1. You need to take a picture of it? Yeah. This is the question 12.
You're streaming, right?
Yeah, I'm streaming. Click like, comment.
The only thing I watch YouTube for is streaming. I check my YouTube.
What? You like his stream? I think I give you a shout out too. Aiden. I was like, Aiden's not here. This for Aiden. I have no idea.
They show. I be watching them. Cause like sometimes I need to.
All right, next question. Shh. I'll go over any question you have. I already did a lot on previous periods, so let me know which question you have. Raise your hand. Corbin and then Simon. 7. Let me see if I have a 7. What is question 7? Can you tell me? Oh, this one. Yeah, this one's easy. Um, this is easy because all you gotta do is follow the rule. First thing is a parenthesis to the other power than 1, so it has to be chain rule. After that, you gotta take a derivative of the parenthesis, which is a quotient rule. And which is I did that quotient rule. I just simplified on the right hand side, simplify the quotient rule, and I got negative x squared, negative 10x plus 2. And I decided to multiply x squared plus 2 together, so it'll be x squared plus 2 to the second power, and times x plus 5 times negative x squared minus 10x plus 2, and those 2 in the front. And that's my final answer because I did chain rule, and I did a... You did that. You did that on this question.
Could you distribute the square root and then do quotient rule?
Oh yeah, you did so much work.
Yeah, I know.
So much more work. You can distribute, but that's so much work. Yeah, so much work.
Wait, Mr. You factor out.
Did you distribute the
What did you factor out?
I didn't take it. I take it down to derivative 2. So I don't distribute. I just do chain rule. So some people can think directly how things think. Actually, yesterday I was watching Neil deGrasse Tyson's the video, and he says human brain are linear, not exponential. It cannot think exponentially.
I break math here.
Yeah, but you make it way too complicated. My work is half of the yours.
But like, is this like breaking math? Like,
No, you didn't break it back.
but
You're
then,
fine.
I don't know why. Like at the end, I did quotient rule, but then I got cube instead of because I factor out x squared plus 2x plus 5, and then I took one of the powers.
You did something wrong.
Yeah, but it's everything is right except for this power. So I'm not sure what.
Oh, x plus 2 to the second. Oh no, to the third. You're right. This is to the third.
Because quotient rule is.
Yeah, you're right. It's to the third. It's to the third. No, you're right. No, he's right. Huh? Yeah, it's to the third power. It's to the third power on the bottom. All right. Next questions. Yes, Corbin. Wait, actually, Simon's question next first.
I was gonna ask.
11. Okay. Let me see 11. 11 is this one? Is this one 11?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I will not do chain rule. I will not do quotient rule just because that's idiotic. Because there is a polynomial over monomial. I'd rather do power rule. I choose to do power rule if I can. If I can avoid quotient rule to do power rule, I will do power rule any day. So I split all of them, and I got this. This is splitting part. This is not taking derivative, because I can split individually like this, and then I can simplify. I'm going to get down to here. Now I'm going to take a derivative, and I'm going to take a derivative again. I just do power rule twice. It's much more simpler, and you don't have to do a lot of work.
You go over 10 2. I just want to see if I did it. I'm not sure.
Which one?
Over 3 minus 6.
Oh, I did that one, yeah. Yeah, this one. So this is question 10. Question 10, I avoid a quotient rule at the very beginning because of 8 on the top. So I move to the top, I do chain rule. Now afterwards, I cannot avoid chain rule anymore. So I cannot avoid, I can avoid quotient rule by using a product rule. So I move to the top, and I do a product rule rather than a quotient rule, because I feel like it's slightly easier, and some people did product rule over quotient rule, and I don't mind that. I think whatever is easier. Okay, yes, Aiden.
With the 8, did you not do product rule because there's no exponent?
Yeah, with the 8, just think about if like f 8x to the -2. If I take a derivative, did I worry about an 8? 8 is nothing related, right? So you just take a derivative to x to the -2, that's -2x to the -3. Then 8 just multiply at the end. But if you do product rule, then 8 derivative of 8 is 0 anyway. So that whole term go away. That whole lefty right or righty left, one of the things gonna go away completely. It still comes down to a chain rule rather than product rule. Now if it's an 8x, then it's a product rule. It's an 8 is a chain rule. Min, did you do homework?
I did half of it. I had a busy weekend. I got home on Friday, I did half, and then I had to go.
You go into the 6.
I'll do my homework on weekdays.
That's why you have your grade right now, your homework.
True. That's fair. That's fair.
Yes, Chase.
You go into the 6.
6. I think I did 6. Hold on, let me see if I did 6. 6 is which one? This one? What is the question? 6 is right here. Okay, I did 6. 6 I did product rule. And I factor out the most negative. If I factor out the most negative, this is what's gonna happen. I think yeah. So I factor out the most negative. And I think Jack still have question about how to factor out the most negative. Or you doing okay?
I'm figuring it out.
Figure out? Okay.
So your final answer is x times 32 minus 3x squared over the
2 times 16 minus x squared to the 1/2.
What do you mean back up in the weekdays?
I factor out 16 minus x squared to the -1/2 power.
Okay.
so then like if you have like a 1/2 power, you could just put the 1 to the power of 9.
What is 3 tests?
X equals x squared
That's kind of too easy, but okay.
times the root of 4 minus x squared.
That's kind of too easy.
I wasn't sure how to get the second.
Okay, can you tell me the question? What is it?
X equals x squared times root 4 minus x squared.
Okay, this is easy. F prime of x equal to 2x times 4 minus x squared to the 1/2 plus x squared times 4 minus x squared to the, wait, hold on, 1/2 -1/2 times -2x. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Did you factor out the most negative? And did you factor out x? They both have x, by the way. They both have x. 2 is gonna cancel out. So what do you have left is 2 times 4 minus x squared. And then minus x squared. Oh yeah, I did this one. Huh? Over there. So it'd be x on the top, 4 minus x squared to the 1/2. This one's gonna be 8 minus 3x squared. If you wanna find horizontal tangent, numerator equal to 0. And the x equal to 8/3 Square root plus minus. So there's three solutions. Ethan, if you didn't finish your homework, you should have finished. Min, you should have finished.
Please. Every time the bell rings, I don't even know how to get out.
Number 8. Number 8, I did not factor out the most negative because my end goal is not to finding the derivative. My end goal is to find the slope. So soon as I find a derivative, I plug in the value right away, just because my life is simpler that way. Corbin, just don't take a picture. You're not gonna read over those pictures ever. You can watch my stream though, and maybe I can get a sense from it. 1 sense, if even.
Wait, where was the part when you solve for?
I just plug in 2 after I take a derivative. Yeah, I got 13 over 9.
That's 6 plus 3, but I got. Where is it? Which step of the derivative?
It's the right here. It says f prime x. I don't know which one's number 6 though. This one?
But I got like 1/2 like the bracket.
I think that's right. 1/2 x. Well, x over 2 is half, right?
So how did you get it negative?
How do I get this is negative because I factor out the most negative.
Like above it in the brackets, how is 1/2?
This one
No, below that, like
in the middle. Why this one's negative 1/2?
like in the bracket.
In the bracket, it's not negative 1/2. This is positive 1/2. It's a 16 minus x squared to the 1 minus 1/2 x squared. Yeah, x squared. Oh, it's minus because derivative of the negative x squared is negative 2x. And that's why I give you a negative sign. Derivative of 16 minus x squared is negative 2x. So this negative sign contribute to this negative sign. Because it was positive before. Now it changed to negative. Because derivative of the inside is negative x squared. So it'd be negative 2x. So the problem is there's a negative sign there.
Dude, you know what you should give us? Like, you know, for the limits test, it was like it was like a review guide.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a review guide today, but except I'm not gonna cover those 3 questions. You guys' test is probably gonna be Friday. Yeah. Yeah, we have weird schedule, but Friday all the second, third, and fourth has pretty much normal. It's like one period has a little bit minutes off, but they all have like 52 minutes to 50 minutes. So just come in early to take a test.
And then you should give us the answers.
You guys come up with answers.
Although it's not like
All right. Next questions before we go. Today's stuff. What question 9 says? 9 minus x squared. Hold on, let me check. Huh? Yeah, 9 minus x squared. What? To the what? 2/3. X equal to 1. Okay, so y prime is equal to 2/3 times 9 minus x squared to the negative 1/3 times negative 2x. Do you have that? Do you forgot to take this?
No, I did thought wait, remember what I was supposed to do.
No, it's supposed to be chain. And then you're gonna plug in 1. So that's gonna be 1 is 9 minus 1 to the negative 1/3 times negative 2 times 1. And that's equal to 2/3 times 8 to the negative 1/3 times negative 2. And that's gonna be 2/3 times 1/2, I think, times negative 2. So that is negative 2/3 according to that. So I'm plugging 1, so that is gonna be y minus 4 equal to negative 2/3 times x minus something. 1.
This one I forgot to multiply the chain rule.
You have to multiply. Usually people forget that. And you cannot forget that. That becomes like a discipline of what you're doing. It's not even like math. It's just discipline of.
So like, you can see like in my work, like a conscience, like every math problem is like slowly phased. Like at the start, like I would everything is like so I don't make any mistakes. And as I get to like the bottom of the questions, like my conscience like is slowly fading out.
Honestly, like you're already doing better than I expected, though. I thought you didn't last this long. I thought you're gonna drop out.
Why though? Why would you think that?
I heard rumor about you. You were really
Why would you listen to the rumor? It's not good.
I also know you from 2 years ago.
Oh, that was quarantine. That was quarantine.
I'll be doing a math problem on Zoom if he's checking your stock.
Quarantine was fun.
How come you didn't distribute the negative 2x to the 2/3 before you plug in the x?
Why do I distribute? You cannot distribute into negative 1/3 power.
No, to the 2/3.
2/3 cannot distribute to anything. 2/3 cannot distribute to 9 minus x squared because they have negative 1/3 power. If it's 1 power, yes, but it's negative 1/3 power.
No, but what about the negative 2x?
Negative 2x cannot distribute either. Why? Because you cannot distribute x into the square root of x. X plus 1 at least. It's not distributable. Okay, so for example, that if you have something like this, right? 1/3, right? That's like this. You cannot distribute inside like this. No, that's not allowed.
But the 2/3 to the negative 2x, can't that be distributed?
2/3 to the negative 2. What? Where'd you get that?
The end.
Where?
She's saying 2/3 in the front to the.
This one? And where? This one? This one cannot distribute. This is negative 1/3 power. You cannot distribute to other power than 1.
But isn't 2/3 to the power of 1?
Yeah, but you cannot distribute to negative 1/3 power. They are different type of power. They're different type of power. This cannot. Just even this multiplied together, that's gonna give you negative 4/3 x times 9 minus x squared to the negative 1/3. You said multiply that?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. That you are plugged in to find out y value anyway. Doesn't matter if you want to simplify or not.
It's the same thing. It's just one thing.
You just cannot distribute inside the negative 1/3. Sorry, I misunderstood that.
Shit, I think you saying that I was gonna drop the class told me not to do this. Like if you didn't say that, I probably wouldn't drop the class.
I doubt I doubt between you and Tony, but you both survive.
But this is Tony's second year taking it.
Tony is second years.
Which quarter?
Oh.
Like every time I get a thought, like dropping the class, I think about like you like betting against me. And I don't want to jump up.
It's just that I heard a rumor about you. Well, Cody doesn't tell me anything. Cody told me other things.
They're not. Actually, no. I haven't taken up any of these.
But not Austin betting against you. It's Austin. Austin says you're kind of slacker.
He's just as much of a slacker as me.
Yeah, he doesn't show up to school, but he gets shit done though.
Well, he only gets shit done in math. He doesn't get shit done in any other class.
Nothing done in the other class.
He's like
I have
only
like,
good
I
at.
have like, how many classes I have with him? I have 3? How the only thing he does, bro.
I asked him. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm like, why you do? He's like, oh, like the only thing I'm good at, so I like to do everything else.
Biology is pretty good. You got a 5. All right, so we're gonna talk about today is Trig chain rule. Okay, so I'm gonna take a derivative of this ugly function. There's a lot of argument within argument. 3x is within secant, and secant 3x is within 10, and tangent is within cosine, and cosine to the 4th power. So,
How do we go from that moment to the
all right, so the good idea is, hey, let's write this in a way that I can understand. So I don't like the cosine between the parentheses. I just don't like that. It's just because I don't understand what does that mean. At least most of you guys doesn't understand what does that mean. But that just means this to the 4th power. So hopefully that is going to be the first understanding that you need to understand. Now, remember, this question is going to be, I believe it's a lot easier than people think. It's just people don't remember all the trig derivative. Now, if you follow a systematic way to do something, usually you can get a better result is you follow some type of system. So I create a system for you. It's like peeling the onions, right? It make you cry, kind of. Same like the situation.
peels and onions and cut them?
Yeah, so let's just imagine that you can peel the onion. You know, onions layer and layer and layer and layer. It's going inside also, inside toward the thing. It's like a Russian doll. Now, what happened is if you peel out the layer, inside layers doesn't change, right? You peel one layer, the inside layer still doesn't change until you get to that layer. So same thing like the situation is like peeling the onion. I'm gonna color code for you, so that makes your life easier. So I'm gonna do that a little bit better. So I'm gonna try to do better handwriting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rewrite this in terms of black. So y equal to cosine of tangent of secant of 3x. And that is to the 4th power. And did I miss the parenthesis? I feel like I missed the parenthesis.
Yeah, no, you added one.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. No, I was right. So now I'm gonna do a first layer. The first layer is understand that there is a composite function. So in terms of f of g of x, this is f of g of h of k of whatever x. So something within something of something of something, right? So first layer is something to the 4th power. The second layer is the cosine. This is the second layer. So I'm gonna color code differently. So this is red, so it's gonna be like something like this. Is that okay? The third one is gonna be like this. And the fourth one is gonna be brown. And last one is gonna be black. Okay, so they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 layers of this onion. Remember, inside stay the same every time you peel once. So then you're gonna say, okay, well, let's take a derivative of that. I'm gonna color code this so that way you can see it. I'm gonna take a derivative of something to the 4th power. So basically it's just gonna be 4. Inside stay the same. It's not changing. So inside stay exactly the same. And I'm inside the set. I'm gonna keep everything the same. Now I'm gonna take a derivative of the red layer. Do you see the red layer? What's derivative of the cosine? Negative sign. So that's gonna be negative sign. And the inside stay the same.
Make it to the third power for the blue.
Oh yes, you do. Sorry, that was a. So this to the 3rd power.
You just take. Oh, you just take the derivative. Oh, you just keep taking the derivative
Yeah,
of each layer.
like onion,
Yes.
Starting from the outside.
Yes. And then derivative of the cosine is gonna be negative sign. Now I'm gonna go to the next layer, which is the green layer, which is the derivative tangent. Derivative tangent is what? Secant square of secant of 3x. So that is the green layer. Now I'm gonna do the brown layer. Be careful with brown layer. A lot of people did the brown layer wrong. It's just because derivative of secant 3x is gonna be secant of 3x times tangent of 3x. This is a sexy 10 here.
What is the I see.
And that's 3.
So you basically so that is that kind of why it's called the chain method because it's like if you have F, G, and K.
Yeah, it's chain within the chain.
Then
So it's a
keep-
function
keep
within the
adding
function within the
them.
function.
Okay.
So I can multiply this 3 and 4 together to give me 12. Now remember, this looks like do not combine. Don't combine here because this one is argument with secant of this. So it doesn't work. So that's gonna be 12 cosine of 10 of secant of 3x to the 3rd times, and this is negative because that's negative sign. So sine of tangent of secant of 3x times secant square of secant 3x and times tangent of 3x. And that's it. That's our final answer. Yeah, I just multiplied the 4 and 3.
Oh, okay. So you don't need to simplify.
No, you don't need some. There's nothing else you can simplify.
Very long answer.
Yeah, just a very long answer.
Much of our test is gonna be.
This is one question.
One question on the test.
No, there's multiple questions.
The negative one. The negative one times on. They can pull the negative.
I had a guess.
and pull the-
One long question. And then definition of tangent.
It might change.
Was that a shrug?
Yeah, it's like direction and stuff, and then I'm going around changing it.
That's not that bad.
Why? My mom's been all over it. Bro. Okay. I was wondering why it smelled like savory.
What does it smell?
Fondant cake.
Okay, I want you to take a note of this.
Is that cosecant X? I can't tell if that's like parentheses or a C.
Cotangent fourth cosine of cosecant of root x. So this one is like this.
It's like making my head sleep. I don't know which one is a C, which one is so.
Did you tell her it's dirty? What she say? She said no.
She said yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't think 20 is worth it. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You didn't read it. I know you didn't read it.
You don't know. You know I don't read words. I do not read them.
Maybe if you responded to my messages faster, then I would have known when to say everything.
I didn't think that you guys gonna talk about price
Me neither.
because I told her, I says I would charge $150 per hour. This is how much I charge outside school. Because I'm
$50 an hour. Why are you even here?
Are you
I
lying?
don't hear people. Huh? No, I'm not lying.
Yeah. For what?
For tutoring
No, I was
calculus.
scared. You called me, so I asked him all these questions, and I was like, I don't know.
Are they Chinese?
Huh?
Are they Chinese?
They're white.
Yeah.
Oh, the people I tutor? It could be white, could be Hispanic, it could be Pakistani. But I charge a lot.
Can I see your old test? Like that you that pick up the students from?
Yeah, I'll show you.
It's a.
Negative.
Here.
I'm just catching her up on what it's missed, right?
If you need help, just let me know.
Wait, how do you wait? So like for chain rule, usually you have to take like you move the power to the front, change the power, and then you have to times it by the inside, the root of the inside. So how do you times it by the inside of a trig? You times it by the like the identity of it.
I don't know. Watch your last question. For your last question, say what I did.
I'll pull up your sheet.
What? Just to go to school? No. Bruh. What are you doing to these people?
You didn't do anything, you're just scared. You're saying you want something. You know something, I can't choose the graduate.
You did grow up faster than other people because she asked me, she's like, how old is this girl? I said, she's 16. Like 16? I was like, yeah. She's almost graduating. Wait, are you 16 or 17?
17 next month.
And you graduate next year.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
I turned 18 in like 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't want to impress you.
So you're 1 year older.
Like, a year and a half, yeah. Younger than your brother. Yeah, that's actually crazy that you're younger than me.
Ken is something else.
It's specimen.
Specimen.
What do you mean, how's he
Like you guys are like so different.
Oh, I think so, yeah.
What time I got up here? Kelly, how much time I have?
We're not very different.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over this one. So I'm gonna rewrite this, right? I'm gonna rewrite this to the fourth power. I'm gonna take a derivative of this. It's gonna be 4 cotangent of cosine of cosecant of square root x to the third power. I'm gonna take a derivative of the cotan, which is times CSC of COS of CSC square root x. And this is square, I believe.
What would the 4 be in front too? So it's 4 negative.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do that at the end. So I'm gonna multiply this by derivative of the cosine, which is negative sine of cosecant of square root x. And now gonna multiply by cosecant square root x, so it'll be negative CSC of square root x times COT of square root x times 1/2 x to the negative 1/2. So if I really want to simplify everything, I have keep 3 negative signs. I see this negative sign, negative sign, negative sign. So it's gonna be negative at the end, 2 over root x of everything else. Pretty much I just repeat writing everything. So cotangent of cosine of CSC square root x to the third power times CSC square of COS of CSC square root x times sine of CSC square root x times CSC of square root x COT square root x, and that's it.
Are you ever gonna like put some question where like we have to use like double angle identity or something?
No.
So it's just like the derivative, like just
Yeah.